Welcome back to the channel, everyone. This is part 2 on this door repair. Now, to recap in the first video, if you've watched that, and I said I was going to keep track of about how much time I've got in this door, and that video is just a little over 18 minutes. I probably talked for half of that and talked about what I was going to do and the different things associated with the damage, and there really wasn't much I had to edit out. So I'm guessing I probably only had 10-15 minutes to get that door from what it was to what it is now. You know, once I did the initial straightening on this shell, that helped a whole bunch with this outer panel, the skin here, and then I did a little bit of prying and bumping on that. So not a whole lot of time involved, but it's like doing a frame repair on a truck. It could be over 3 or 4 inches, and you can pull that first 3.5 inches really quick. It's when you get to that last little bit is when you're really going to slow down, and this is going to be no difference or no different here. So right now what I'm going to concentrate on is this area in here, and let me move the camera and I'll show you what I'm talking about. You can see the high and low spots by using the straight edge. Okay, here's the initial damage right across here. And this part is low, and I've always said if you have a low spot, it'll make a high spot. And that's what we have right here. You can see with the straight edge, it's not terribly bad. 3/16, maybe 1/4 inch at the max right in here. But you go to the other end of it, and you see how it's high right there? You see how the straight edge will rock on that. So that's what happens when this is pushed down, this will come up. Another thing is right in this area, it's raised up some. And if you look at the left side of my straight edge there, you can see the gap under it. And it rocks right on this area. But if we continue all the, this all the way down, this isn't a perfectly straight panel to begin with because you see that gap under that left edge of that straight edge. So this door does have a slight roll to it anyway, which is fine. What we'll do by concentrating on this area here with the picks, and I'm going to get inside here with the pick, a long one, reach up in here and just start very slowly working my way back by raising this up. This will help for this to go down, and then with a little bit of hammer work on this and a spoon to tap that down the same time this is coming up. If it does still have a slight roll to it, it's not going to be an issue because it'll be slight enough. The thing does anyway. It rolls this way a little bit. So your filler can be crowned just a little bit and it'll all blend in nice. So let's get the pick and we'll get started here. I'm not sure if it's showing up on the video, but I'm starting right in here. So watch, this should start raising up, and I'm going to work my way this way. Now it's a slow process, and what I've talked about before, start bringing these low spots up, and I'm at the point now where I can do a little bit of hammering on the high spot. Not too much yet, but like I've always said, if guys just want to cheat this and just start filling instead of trying to work it out, you've always got that high spot there, and you'll run into a problem. You'll sand your Bondo down, and then you'll come back, and then you're always tapping on that high spot. So take care of that. Also, when this door is on this set of sawhorses, like I was saying in the other video, if you get it positioned so you have some overhead light, and I can see a reflection, I can see this high spot, and by sighting down it, I can push up with the pick, start working down the high spot. And if I'm trying to do this on the car, there's no way you can see it that good. I can also see from this angle, this high spot continues right down in here. Okay, and this is just a mason's tool, a brick set for scoring and cutting brick and block, but it works nice areas like this. Pretty good. A little more right there. That looks good. Now, I'm going to do a little bit more picking right up in here, try and get that down a little better. It's not a real fast process, but it's just slow and steady, and you'll be surprised what you can do once you just decide to slow down, take your time. And like I've said numerous times, once you get to the Bondo part of it, it's going to go so much quicker and easier. The main thing is just having the right tools, and like I've showed yesterday, you know, I just had a piece of flat stock steel to get in there in places. So whatever it takes to get in there and pry. You're not going to find one tool that's going to do everything. You're going to use multiple tools. You're going to come from multiple different angles and areas to try and get in there. Let's see how we're looking. It's actually real close, just very slight high spot right there. I'm going to come back in this area with the pick again. Okay, let's see how that looks. Still just a little bit. These corners always make it tight, but if there's still just a little bit in there when we're done, it'll blend in with the filler. I mean, it's so slight. And by the time you cut the paint down on here, that'll give you a little bit more clearance. Cut some of the high spot down. It's actually looking pretty good. I'll have to find something else to get this up and then work on this area. Right here is a little bit low. I can't get the pick back far enough. I'm hitting the inside of the shell. But if you look down this door now, it's not looking too bad. We can still see the eyebrow up here, which will be no big deal to take care of because it's all open in this area to get in here and raise this up. Now what I'm going to concentrate on is these two low spots right in here. Once these are up, we're getting pretty close. This edge will need a little bit of work to it yet. It's not quite where I want it, but it's coming along pretty good. Okay, you can see how this works. By taking this pick in there, taking your time, I'm going to have to find something else to fit in from the other way to get up in here. But just by a little bit of time, and actually I've probably only got right now 15, 20 minutes maybe to get it from this point up to here. We got this line is back where it needs to be. And we're looking pretty good in here. Once this comes up, this high spot here will start working this down. But once again, you have to have somewhere for that to go. But just hammer it on it right now where you can actually see what it does. You got that oil can to it. So once this comes up, that'll help to alleviate some of the pressure in here. But that ought to do it for this video. The next one coming up, we should have this roughed out pretty close, and then from there we'll start on the final straightening, sanding, and filler. But if you like this video, give me a thumbs up. Thanks for watching.